Hello everybody and welcome back to Let's Play RimWorld. So, some of you might be wondering, hey, what's going on here? Why are we at the main menu screen again and rather than being right on into our game? That's because actually another version of the game did indeed release, but it's not as exciting as it was before. In fact, it might even be a downer. Well, it can't be a downer in some regards. It's a new release which probably improved a few glitches or something like that. Basically, I think the last version was just 3.4, while this is 3.41, and as far as I know, I actually know absolutely nothing that this patch has added to the game or anything like that. If I were to levy a guess, I would have to say it's probably a bunch of, like, getting rid of a bunch of bugs that might have been contained in the last one. I didn't see any bugs the last time I played, so I don't know if that is correct at all. But I only played that one episode that I recorded since this new patch released. So, sucks a little bit that we lost our memory once again, but we just recorded one episode, and most of that episode was actually taken in describing things that were happening and all that jazz. So this one should go much faster for the most part. Let's see what we want to get here. This person might be pretty nice to take. Only thing they can't do is crafting or research, but they are a grower and all that jazz. And, pretty high on the social trait early on as well, and that passion should make them grow a fine amount indeed along with that. So I think we actually might go with this female, or Orlean? I don't know how to pronounce that exactly, but, Rojas, because she's pretty damn good, I think. She's bad at growing at first, but she'll get good pretty damn fast, I think. Then we've got one incapable of caring or social. That'll be bad, because is that the second person? Oh, no, I forgot. This one's social 8. So we don't really need a negotiator or someone to recruit new people. So this actually might be another good person to take. It would be nice to have a 7 in shooting right off the bat. That won't really gain quickly at all, because no passion whatsoever, but having all of these slots open for other things to do, I think it's pretty good. Not all that passionate about things, though, so it could probably be better. But we'll probably take this guy anyways. He's age 16. That's probably why he's not passionate about anything. He's like, I've got my whole life to live ahead of me. I could do whatever I want when I want. I don't need to be passionate about a job now. Like, might be this big ol' asshole. Let's scan through this guy, though, because what I really want at this point is a really good miner. Could use, or lean for mining, since she's good at mining as well. But as you guys know, I like to have my growers and miners completely separate. So, oh man. Honestly, I kind of want to take this person, but I think, because that research is so high, but it's not all that good in the long run to have someone who's really passionate about research. So I think that's going to be a big ol' no for us. This might be a good one right here. Incapable of nothing. Melee's really high, so that might be something that'll replace shooting early on, but mining is pretty damn high and has a bit of a passion for it, so I think this is gonna be our whole team. Plus his nickname is John, so that'll be an easy person for me to be able to pronounce their name. I don't know about any of you guys, but I'm so bad at pronouncing names. Like, I just trip over my old tongue and make myself look like a damn fool, to say the least. So let's go ahead and check out our map, see what resources we have in store for us. Once again, it feels like already, I just barely scroll down and I already feel like there's so much more minerals than we're used to in the past. Is this a small map? Feels really small. I think it's because we have this big old mountainside to our right there. It's really tall though, so I definitely don't think it's small, to say the least. Is there a geothermal generator down here? It doesn't look like it, which is unfortunate, because if I were to pick and choose where I'd want to be, I think this would be like a prime location to be. That's not one? Oh shoot, it is! Oh, there's a steam geyser hidden under this rubble! Hell yeah! This is like perfect. We close off our entrance right here, so we don't have to worry, or maybe right here, so we could expand there later on. We even can use this like ancient relic stone wall as our main entrance if we want, just for funsies, I suppose. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead then and, like, build our first entrance right there, just to make sure we have, like, a way for that people will have to come in to get to us. And then we have so many minerals in here. We have already 3 metal mineral pockets that we can mine into. A 4th if you include this right here. And then a lot of them that are pretty local as well. And in fact, I would even say that our main starting one is not all that far away, or will not be all that far away, everything considered. But I'm 90% sure that's where we're gonna go ahead and start off our main base, because I think that is a prime location for it. But let's go ahead and check everything else as well. Could go ahead and chill with these ruins, but once again, I don't think those are very big. Like, I think I mentioned this a little bit in the first episode, but, or the last episode that I recorded. I love the new change that adds in all these ancient ruins and stuff like that, but in regards to functionality, I got a feeling they're going to be pretty damn useless, because once again, the only one that's probably going to be of any use at all that has spawned on this map would be this one right here, and it's so far away. Like, even then, it could barely fit anything in this room. But it'll be nice to have this wall right down there, because we could expand off of that to make, like, the entrance to our little death corridor or something like that. So I think we are sure as hell gonna build our base right in here. It'll take us a long time to get to this steam geyser in the future, but that also gives us a pretty damn close additional steam geyser to work on in the long run of things. So I'm really happy about that, to say the least, where we're going to have a lot of fun starting off this whole base here and all that jazz. So let's go ahead and sell all those beds. They don't need to be there right away, and we could put some more, move all the sleeping pods just into that area for now. We get to have a whole group of Muffalo just chilling with us. That'll be pretty damn funny. And of course, as I have really grown accustomed to, we could go ahead and build a solar panel thing down here, and also like a grave site down there as well. I think that would be a very, very, very good idea. So let's go ahead and check in on our people and start saying up their overview stuff. Actually, really, right before we get started on that, let's go ahead and see who should get what gun, or basically who's gonna get the Lee Enfield, because besides that, it doesn't really matter. I think it's gonna be, Paola? I think that's how you'd pronounce that. We're gonna call her Mullins, though, because Mullins is a much better name anyways, and it's her main thing that's showing up. Mullins is our 7, and I think 7 is 100% the best for the time being. So, a 7 with a Lee Enfield, and then 2 3s with the pistols. For starting off crew, I think that's actually pretty good, to be completely honest. So I'm happy with that. No doctoring for him, warden skill on her. We only need 1 cook, everyone will haul, everyone should do construction and repairs. Who was John our main grower? I don't think John was our main grower at all. Ah, apparently I'm wrong. John was our main. No. Rojas was our main grower. I thought that John wasn't our main grower. John will be our main grower, and our miner is John? Or did I say? I think I said John is our main grower. John will be our miner, and Rojas will be our grower. So, bada bing. Oh, wait, no, that's John. Bada bing, bada boom, and let's all just chill to this damn awesome music. I love the additions to the soundtrack that are in this game right now. And then we'll go ahead and change these to be a bit more specific. Doctoring will be a frickin' 3. I'm pretty sure that doctoring has not quite been added to the game yet, or at least not in any substantial form, to be completely honest. So we don't need to worry about that. Everyone could be 2 for hauling. Let's go ahead and make Mullins the one for construction, because I think it is pretty damn important to have someone prioritize construction over most anything else at this moment. Once we get a research table built, though, we'll probably try to swap that out to be a 2. Just because, as you guys know, I really like to prioritize the research early on, so 2 for everything else. Actually, cleaning can in all honesty, probably be a 3. Like, cleaning is not gonna be important at all at this point. Then who is our craftsman / artistic person? Or since they are 2 different things now, I need to pay more attention to that. We'll make Mullins the crafter? Yeah, because Mullins has already started off on it. Yeah, Mullins will do art and crafting. That works perfectly fine for us. Alright, so people, get this geothermal generator built pronto, my good sirs. I would love for us to get that thing going so we could, allow our base to begin to prosper and all that jazz. Might as well get started on getting those walls built. Go ahead and put door right there, I suppose. It's gonna take me a damn long time to get used to these simple doors, I gotta say, guys, and I still hate them. They're stupid. They shouldn't exist. I mean, they make a lot of sense. No one would be able to get, like, powered doors for really, really cheap right off the bat after building your colony. But then again, going off of that, no one will get a frickin' geothermal generator built as well right off the bat. So, who knows? It's one of those weird bouncing back and forth kind of things, but it's the world of the game, you know, and you can never entirely be like focus on what's realistic and what wouldn't be in types of these games, because it totally takes away a bunch of the atmosphere and the effect that the game has and all that jazz. So let's go ahead and see here. Now that that's closed, I'm gonna someone focus on the geothermal generator, please. Okay, looks like John is gonna go ahead and do that. So next thing we need to do is we need to get those freaking power conduits down. I always seem to forget the power conduits, and I have absolutely no idea why. Once the power conduits are down, we could go ahead and get a nutrient paste dispenser right up. I want to put it right down here, but the freaking boulders are in the way. So let's go ahead and mine those out, because we're going to want to mine that away anyways at some point, so might as well get that done right off the bat. That'll give us more space to put down the nutrient paste dispenser in a spot that I'm happy with. And it'll just make everything hunky-dory and happy, to say the least. So let's see. One thing that I should point out right off the bat, I would like to thank 2 people in the comments in particular. The one who is simply known by Emmy, and Wolf Darkrose, because both of you were very, very kind to inform me that indeed the orbital trade beacon is now it has replaced the launch pad. So I think that's a really good change, to be completely honest, because now it's basically taken 2 items and combined them into one, taking up a lot less space overall and making, at least in my opinion, the whole process of things in the future much less tedious. Only problem is, where are we going to want to put this darn thing? Depends on where we want that garden in the future. I think that would be pretty nice. We could put it right up around here, but I think we were going to go ahead and make this our death corridor. But then again, do we really want that to be our death corridor? Let's pause the game for a moment as we think about this. If that's our death corridor, then that means that the rest of our base is going to be built in here, and that's actually pretty small, a pretty small, tight area. So, who knows? Let's go ahead and actually plan to put the orbital beacon right in about there. That means we'll have this be the garden. Who knows, maybe the garden will just have a stone wall to make it a little bit different. We can't plant plants in here anyways, so would there be a better spot for the garden? I'm not sure. How much does this thing cost? It costs 60 metal. I think we can easily get 60 metal later on, and of course it's not going to be all that important to focus on trade until we can actually put a trade into action, you know? So we don't need to worry about any of that jazz until we actually have a comms table up and running. So let's go ahead and get our nutrient paste dispenser going. We'll roof in this area shortly, so we could also put down some batteries, so we won't have to worry about power any longer. And then, nice to know that there's a little ding sound that happens whenever those pop up. It's a little quiet, at least with how I have everything set up right now, but hopefully I'll be able to notice that more whenever those things do pop up, because of that little ding game is including now. Let's go ahead and cancel that door and cancel all of this. We'll make this room just a little bit longer, so I can have the door, like, not running across the nutrient paste dispenser thing. I think that would look very, very ugly. So we'll just have it, like, be about that big in total? That'll be a nice, sizable room. People can have dinner in here and all that jazz. Could actually put a dinner table along here if I just want to change it like that. You know what? I don't know why I never thought of that in the past. Let's actually go ahead and make this room pretty damn long. Hopefully not long enough so that it, will need a pillar in the middle to roof it all down. Because I would really prefer to avoid that kind of situation. But, you know, if we don't really have a choice in the matter, then I guess that's okay. We won't quite put down the battery until we actually, until this area is completely roofed in, because in case of any rainstorms that come in, I don't want the thing short-circuiting. Of course, presumably our characters would build the walls first, and the chances of it raining are pretty damn low, but still, I want to keep things as safe as possible for a colony, as I think I usually like to do. Who knows, maybe you guys are all like, hey, this Brendan guy is a complete idiot. He doesn't know what he's doing half the time, and I'm sure you wouldn't be necessarily wrong, but, like, sometimes I think I'm pretty good at this game. Sometimes. It's like, they mostly... He's mostly good at this game. Mostly. Like a Alien 2 quote or something like that. Where are the freaking graves? There we go. I don't know why I forgot where the graves are. I can't put graves in down here? Oh, that ruins plans. Our people need to get better shovels. If they could build a freaking geothermal generator, you would think they would be able to build, like, dig a grave in sand or some of this, like, harder rock over here. That's so irritating. Like, okay, I was thinking we'd put down a bunch of graves down here and have the, have it be a mix of graves and the... why can't I remember what we put down there? What was it called? A dumping area. But apparently it's gonna be solar panels, because I don't want just the dumping area here. I would want the dumping area to also be where we would put the graves, most likely, to kind of kill two birds with one stone. Maybe we'll put the dumping area here in case we have the same problem where digging through the rock we actually aren't able to really get rid of these roofed in areas for whatever reason. Nice! We did not need to put down a pillar. I mean, there isn't a hole in the roof, so that actually is pretty damn glorious for us, because now that means that, we need to get some lamps in here. Why am I taking so long to work on that? But, of course, that means we're going to, we won't have to put a pillar in the middle or anything like that. Make this room look exactly as nicely and well set as I originally planned. Forgot to put a door right there. I am such a dongleberry. That's my bad. Let's go ahead and sell that then, and we'll put a door right there. Probably because I think it would be an awfully good idea to start mining through this whole area right here, and plan to put our research table room right in there. The research table room won't occupy very much space, so that'll leave enough room out here to put the dumping area and all that jazz in the future. And I think that should be a nice, efficient spot for it. Won't be the best spot in the world, I suppose. Could've... Maybe someone else could come up with a better design than I, but I've never been the best at designing houses and stuff like that. The most creative I've ever been with designing, like, areas or kind of like buildings in games and stuff like that was in the very early stages of Minecraft, like when it was... I think the game was... People bought the game when it was in its alpha stage, right? It's been so long, I barely even remember... Oh, come on, game. Why can't I put this here? Is it the flooring? Don't you mess with me, game. Oh my god. That is so stupid. What? Why can't I only put it on, like, certain flooring spaces? That makes me mad. I'm a very mad man right now. I'm a very mad man! Where do I want to put that, then? Could put it right here. Make kind of like an awkward room. But since this room is so long, it might not be all that awkward in the long run. You know what, let's put it there. That might end up looking nice. Might end up looking really bad and stupid, but like I said, it might end up looking nice. Means we're definitely actually kind of ruining our walkway for the future, so either we're gonna need to do some more mining work out here, get rid of that whole debris, which we would want to get rid of eventually anyway, so let's just go ahead and mine all that out, I suppose. Before too long, we're gonna get rid of this debris. That was the bad thing about choosing this area to start off with. There is a ton of debris just chilling all over the place, and I am not very happy with that at all. Like, our dumping zone is going to be quite full before too long, and I completely forgot to start my timer, god damn it. That means this episode will probably be, a little bit awkwardly timed than others. I am going to use my spidey senses right now and predict that we have recorded for, what, like 10 minutes? My exact prediction, if I'm psychic here, I'm sure I'm gonna blow your guys' minds, but my exact prediction is at this current second, we are at 11 minutes and 69 seconds. That's my prediction. Has this wiki thing always been there? Oh! I shouldn't have clicked that! I don't know if I'm gonna edit that out or not, but I probably will. But, who knows? I clicked back quick enough. I don't think I necessarily need to. We'll go ahead and see how things go. Obviously, you guys will be the first to know whether or not I edited that out or not. But rule of thumb now, do not click the wiki button. Makes a hell of a lot of sense that would redirect you to the wiki. So, honestly, I probably should have expected that. But, I don't know. In all honesty, I'm just like kind of a ding-dong about everything. So, makes sense that I would make such a foolish mistake, but I think my knuckle-headed nature does add a little bit to my charm a lot of the time and stuff like that, or what little charm I have, I suppose. A group of a group from Strength's Rock are visiting the colony. Interesting. Oh shoot, they're low down, and there's a lot of them. That's actually kind of scary. I wouldn't be surprised if these guys start attacking us. Let's go ahead and check our relations with the fractions. Strength's Rock is our closest friend, though, and there's 4 guys that they hate, 4 guys down there, so they hate everyone. We've got 2 tribes and two pirate bands, which kind of makes me happy, actually, because from what I could tell, tribes are actually pretty damn scary. Everything considered, mainly because of their numbers. Like, they apparently have a ton of people that come and raid you and all that jazz. But they also have weaker weapons. Like, they only use, like, stones and stuff like that. So, I feel a bit more comfortable seeing as there are 2 tribes that we're going to face up against and 2 pirate bands rather than the 3 pirate bands and 1 tribe that we had in the past. I think that's what it was. Also nice to know that these guys are happier about us than the other group was. I think they were at 15? So, presumably, I would imagine these guys aren't going to start shooing us up, but you never know. They might get really pissed. A new area has been revealed. Oh, that's pretty cool. I mean, not really all that exciting, since it didn't really give us anything, but it gives us a little... It means we take up less time mining all of that out. So that'll be a lovely little thing for us. Let's go ahead and create a new no-roof zone. Probably covering about that whole expanse. I don't know what we're going to put here now. I think this would probably serve as a really good kitchen room. So let's try to remember that. We do have all of the resources to start building that. So I did mention in the past, I don't really think there's much of a reason to start working on a butcher's table and a cooking stove so early on, but we kind of, honestly, might want to go ahead and do that. I'll have to think about things. We should also, though, really get to work before too long on a actual, storage room, which we'll probably put right in there. I think that would be... Actually, yeah, let's go ahead and wall this off. Go away, thingamajig. Let's go ahead and wall this off, planning for our future storage room being in this area. That means this room is going to be a little bit bigger than most, basically because of how we set up this door right here. Actually, no, that doesn't need to be the case at all. Room's going to be like that. Means we're going to have a hallway going through right there, I think. A door right there, and probably a door right there as well, and we could go ahead and cancel that for the time being. A lovely little storage room, which can also function as a sleeping room for someone for the time being, so they can actually be happy about their place in the world, which is, I think, something I've actually said a ton on this channel. Like, that might end up, like, being a catchphrase of mine or something like that. It's so awkward with these dudes just chilling in our home while we're all sleeping, like, especially with guns. I'm glad we trust them enough to know that they're not gonna come killing all of us or something like that. Create a no roof zone there. Let's go ahead and keep marking it up to cover like that whole area. I actually can't put it over that right there, so I wonder if that means that there's going to be an actual roof that'll be placed. I'm starting to see roofs pop down right there, which was kind of expected, but I'm hoping with this new patch our people will actually be able to work their way towards destroying that roof, like I saw in one of Tynan's videos, if I remember correctly, but I could never seem to get our people to it in the last build for whatever reason, so who knows? Whether or not we actually get it to work, we'll obviously see before too long in the near future. Now let's go ahead and pause. How much metal is there on the map? There is still quite a lot of metal scattered around the map. There's actually a lot of, basically all minerals scattered around the map. So, I was about to say that we might want to get to mining, but it actually might not be all that necessary for the time being. I don't know. We'll figure things out as we go. A local squirrel has indeed gone mad, so someone's gonna need to deal with that, but I think our people can do that in, like, their idle form or something like that, I suppose. No real reason to control it, because if John fails in his attempt at fighting the squirrel, I will be very, very upset at him. In fact, he actually might have failed it initially, because he wasn't even fighting that thing at first. John was being a big old ding-dong about the situation. But the squirrel's dead now, so everything ended up being a-okay, I suppose. Let's go ahead and actually start setting up our kitchen! Why can't I build metal? Why can't I build a metal wall in here? What? Are you kidding me? Is this a change to the game now? Because I'm not gonna lie, if this is a change to the game, this is one that I'm going to be very, very, very upset with if you can't build, like, anything on this kind of rock. Because that's just a really big annoyance, to be quite frank. Can't even build smooth tiling on there. Can we build concrete? You literally would just put that over the pavement. Is that because we have no... It can't be because we have no metal, because I could build right there. I'm not sure what's up with that, but let's go ahead and get our hydroponics research started. I'm not very happy about all that, but we'll figure it out as time goes on, I suppose. Let's go ahead and set up our stockpile zone. We'll set it up as we had indeed done it in the past, where it will cover this whole room, except for the corners right there, so we could put down lamps there and have it all looking nice. And what do we want to store? We're not going to store food. Actually, we could store most food. We could store meals, but not nutrient-paced meals. Actually, why not? We'll store all meals there, and raw food. That's what we want to consider. Meat, we will store no meat, because that'll go in the kitchen room. And vegetarian, we will not store potatoes, berries. Wait, what? No. We'll store those two because we can't sell... excuse me. We'll store those two because we can't sell them, and we won't store potatoes because I would much rather prefer to put those in other areas. Let's also go ahead and manufactured. Oh, okay, yeah, we'll want to store there, those, and won't store metal. I mean, no. Yeah, we'll store metal, silver, stone blocks, and uranium. I think that sounds all pretty damn good to me. Yeah, that should be pretty good for the time being. God, go away thing. I hope that those things usually don't pop up with this game. It must have been because I accidentally opened the wiki before because I was a goddamn moron. So I hope that that doesn't irritate any of you whenever that accidentally pops up. It's one of those things where it's really hard to get it to not pop up because I don't think there's a way to turn it off because Macs are stupid. But then on top of that, it's really hard to avoid doing because basically it happens automatically whenever you put your mouse pointer like at the top and bottom of your screen, which especially with a game like this where you go to your bottom of the screen a lot, it's a little bit hard to avoid. What do we want to name this place? Let's name it, I don't know, God's Butthole. Brilliant. A masterpiece of naming. Like, I'm the most creative man! That's what I'm gonna say about myself. Shouldn't flatter myself like that, though, because obviously it is indeed 100% false. Sorry to wake you guys up, but, I would prefer to have them sleeping in their regular beds anyways. They'll get more energy that way, so it makes more sense, 100%. Let's see. What do we want to get to work on next? That hydroponics table is definitely my main focus, I think, but we're not going to be able to work on that at all until it's actually fully researched, obviously. So, I don't know, we might just keep on working on base expansion. There's still a lot that we could do in that regard. We can continue to mine out this area so we could fully close in that room. Looks like we might have a group of raiders from the Dogmen have dropped from orbit right on top of you. They're attacking immediately. Okay, that's new. Looks like it's only one dude, though, so not much of an attack force, to say the least. His name is Squirrel, so I guess we're being attacked by a mad squirrel once again. So, a little unexpected, but, you know, it's fun that way. I don't like this new drafting setup. I liked it before when you could see what weapon the characters had on them a bit more easily. I mean, it still says it right there, but it was nicer before when, like, you could just read Lee Enfield. I mean, not read Lee Enfield, but when you could see the Lee Enfield right away. I wonder if there's a way to edit or change that. Oh, good shot! Come on, Mullins. Oh, Mullins, you are a badass, my good lady. Okay, so never mind about whatever we were planning before. Our new change is going to be working on a prisoner room, which actually will probably go ahead and be our geothermal generator room again. I mean, there's really a reason not to put him in there right now, besides it being clustered, I suppose. So let's go ahead and just do that. Means we're going to want to put some lamps down so he doesn't lose his sanity before too long, but that gives us a really quick and easy spot to put someone down right off the bat. So let's go ahead and mark that gun to be ready for pickings, as we will pick up Squirrel right here. And crap, I really should have checked to see who sent that traitor. Not traitor, it was the Dogmen, okay. They're really pissed at me anyways. I'm surprised it was them though, because the Kaxago Colmia Kanto? They're really pissed at us, but they're a tribe, so they can't rocket people in like these guys did, I suppose. Let's go ahead and put down the lamps in here. And another one would go in that corner right there. He should not be able to escape, because number one, he's gonna be healing right now anyways, and before he should have any chance, we'll be able to wall this off again. In fact, I'm actually pretty damn sure he couldn't even escape from that space anyways, because as we saw before, this area was actually, like when you have a diagonal space occupying, two areas, it actually does indeed kind of like count as an enclosure. Or actually, did we prove the opposite before because it didn't roof an area in? I don't know. Apparently, I don't know what I'm thinking, guys. So just ignore me. I'm a big old idiot. We'll set this guy for trying to recruit, friendly chat, and when I set my timer, I said we're probably about 10 minutes. Whew, so I guess we're gonna go for another 10 minutes more? I don't know, in all honesty, this might end up being an hour episode or something like that. I really messed up on not setting my timer, but it'll be a fun time regardless. We'll all be able to chill here and just continue playing some RimWorld for however long it takes. The good news is, I'm pretty sure that we're certainly not going to go below 35 minutes. At least that would be my guess or guesstimate, if you want to say it in a different way. Let's, let's go ahead and mine this area out, because we can indeed put another room right on in there. I'm not sure what kind of room we would want to put in there, though. I think actually it would probably be better to start working down here, because this would be a really good hydroponics table room. So, it would also be a damn big hydroponics room, though. Who knows? We could, if we wanted to, just make the biggest hydroponics room we've ever had yet. But I think that would be a little bit unnecessary. I don't know. Things will go however they go. Let's go ahead and set up to mine all that out. Hey, more people have come to chill with us. People really like coming in through, like, the back door of our base, which is a little bit unfortunate because it's a back door for a reason. You're supposed to come in this way, guys, but I don't know. I guess do whatever they want. A group from Strength's Rock has arrived. I really want to figure out how to increase a faction's, like, opinion of you, because whenever these people come to chill, it doesn't really increase their opinion of us. It's just them, like, sitting around looking at what we're doing. You know what this game really needs? Oh, man, I didn't think about this, and honestly, like, I don't really know how Tainan would do this, but wouldn't it be really cool if you could actually send a group of survivors to go and check out the other tribes? Like, what, or factions? Like, what if, like, in the late game, you built up a whole army and you were like, okay, the Dogmen, they sent that one raider to me very early on, who actually ended up helping me in the long run because we recruited him to part of our team, but I still hold this evil grudge against them. So, I want to send my whole army there and take them down at their home base. Wouldn't that be, like, so cool? Like, basically, it would be doing what the factions are doing to you, but doing to them. Like, get a raider team set up and send it to their colony. I don't know how that would work, of course. I would imagine that it would just, like, mean that there are multiple maps to each planet, and each separate map is where that, like, colony is residing and stuff like that, and you basically go to a different map and invade them and, like, in some big epic fight or something like that. I think that would be really cool. Like, once again, I don't know how Tainan would do that. I don't know how he would do it at all. But I feel like it would give this game a really cool, like, more than it already has. It would give it a really cool kind of, like, Fallout vibe, you know? Like the traditional Fallout games, the top-down RPG games, although I suppose they are all RPG or all have RPG elements, but the ones that are most straightforward RPG are obviously the first couple of them, like Tactics, Fallout 1, and Fallout 2. Have you guys ever played the Fallout games in the audience down there? That's one, oh no, they're actually visiting the colony again, so there's more of them. Oh god, this is actually scary. Thank god these guys don't hate me, because this would be quite a fearsome attack force. They all do just have pistols, but there's 6 of them in total chilling with us now, unless some of them just left. Yeah, it looks like 2 of them are leaving. Yeah, there were 6 of them here at once, so that'd be pretty damn scary if they actually did want to kill us. But yeah, the Fallout games! Are you guys into the Fallout games? Because I actually, god damn, these guys are really, like, invading our home right now. These guys are weird. I don't like them. They need to get out of, like, my face. Leave me alone. I'm a free man. Like, I don't need you watching over me anymore, Mom. Get out of here. I actually think I might have made that joke in the last video, so I apologize if I did. But back to Fallout once again. The Fallout games are so freaking classic. I love Fallout. Like, Fallout 1 is actually one of my favorite games ever made, I may indeed think. I never got too much into Fallout 2. Super cool, has a lot of the same, like, kind of, atmospheric, feelings and, like, events that the first game has. But, I just never got as much into that one. Oh, shoot! A group of raiders have arrived nearby. Okay, they will prepare to attack. Once again, it's only 2 of them. And it does indeed appear that these are one of the people... Yeah, these are one of the tribes! So we'll be able to see the tribesmen for the first time. As you could see, they both appear to be naked, and they're both females, so... Despite them killing me, I'm happy as hell to see them. Although they're bald, I was never too into bald women, I must say. But it's... But yeah, as you can see, one of them has a bow and arrow, and the other one actually has a rock. So, it'll be interesting to see how this fight is carried out for a change. Our first time ever fighting an enemy who has a bow and arrow and a rock. Who knows, maybe we'll actually want to bring the fight to them. We could go ahead and do that right now. And in fact, why don't we do that right now? Let's go ahead and start moving people up into a good defensive position as I get ready to actually engage the fight. I could draw them over here and hope that actually these guys would help us out in the fight, but since they're all the way on this side of, like, our building, I don't think they would even notice it, unless we took the time for those tribes people to actually break through our whole house and get to the other side. So I think it would be completely pointless at this point in the game to try to, like, get any, like, alliance or truce kind of battle going for us. Let's go ahead and set up by this little rock formation. I think that should work pretty nicely for us. Mullins is the one with the Lee Enfield, though, so Mullins should be the one who's most backed by those rocks. We'll wait for John to go until they're there. Okay, awesome. Now, John, he will go ahead and try to bait these people out. Let's go ahead and actually check their stats, see if what their stats are indeed. I suppose that shooting still applies to both of these weapons? Even though this one is technically throwing. I think that when you fire a bow and arrow, it's still considered shooting it. Although I'm not 100% sure about that. Oh! Back up, John! In the very least, I think we should have gotten their attention from that. Yes, indeed we did. Okay. Interesting enough, it does not appear that the rock or the bow and arrow actually has a firing kind of like a cutscene, or doesn't show how long it's taken them to fire. And we are actually losing this fight because our people are awful. Even Mullins, you're a freaking 7 with a Lee Enfield and you're missing all these shots. Oh my god. I mean, John is taking like no damage whatsoever because he's getting hit by a rock for the most part. But still, like, this is quite shameful. This warrior lady is barely below John in regards to health. In fact, John's actually more wounded now. This is the most pathetic thing I've ever seen. Like, what? Okay, that's one down. We could try to recruit a tribesperson. That's pretty damn awesome. John should probably be moved farther back. Can he even fire from back here? I'm not sure. Oh, yes, he indeed can, and they're still firing upon John, so... Frankly, I don't know why this tribesperson hasn't given up. She's outnumbered 3-1. Her fellow tribesman is dying on the floor, and she's got a frickin' bow and arrow, although clearly she's a better shot than all of our people combined. This is like the most pathetic thing I've ever seen. I kinda wish I could see like a real-life reenactment of this fight right here, because... Actually, not really, because I think it would be the most boring thing anyone has ever seen in their entire lives. John, you're gonna go ahead and capture this woman. Oh, we need another bed for it, of course. Raiders have finished staging, and they're beginning their assault. It's funny that the game actually mentions that, even though... Unless there are 2 raiders here. I don't think there are, but I should double check that just to be sure. There are not 2 raiders chilling here? No, yeah, it's just that one tribe. Funny how that message popped up, I suppose. Let's go ahead and get Kamisa the Keeper before, oh god, John, get out of there, buddy. He's at 31 health and now he's out. He'll be perfectly fine. What's all this about? A solar flare has begun! Ah, god damn it. I hate solar flares so much. In all honesty, it's not gonna be all that important too much as of this moment. And nice to see that we actually have 627 metal now. That must be most of the metal that was scattered around the map. Is that actually... Has that actually been put in our storage room? Yes, it has! Wow, that's awesome. Please end this fight! Like... This is so pathetic! I think it would be better served if they just punched her to death now. Let's just melee her. This is like the worst fight I've seen in my entire life. I honestly kind of can't believe it. Just kill her. Kill her, please. One more hit, she's down. Come on! Oh my god, thank you. Thank you. Oh, that was a little bit painful, in all honesty. Okay, well, we're gonna be ending the episode right there. Hopefully this is around the 35-minute mark. I am not 100% sure about that, but obviously I will be aware of it shortly. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like, a comment, and or subscribing if you have not. I am the EggScrambledGamer, and I will see you all next time.